Good morning and welcome to another episode of Truth and Research Radio. I'm your host, D. Phoenix, and we have a lot to discuss today, a lot of things to talk about. The riots, peaceful riots, and violent protests. Yeah, that's what they call them, peaceful riots. So, Democrats in full implosion mode. Biden just fumbling on himself. All kinds of news coming out about Biden, Hillary, how they were supporting all this police build-up back in the 90s. Yeah, it's just all coming out. It's a shame, we got to watch them just totally implode, but fun at the same time. They could have made a difference. They could have been the JFK party. They could have been. But instead, ever since JFK and even before that, way long before that, JFK kind of came out as trying to change the party, and it got him, of course they killed him. So, the attempts to take down all the Confederate statues, it's all part of, just like Q says, to remove their own past, to hide what they've done. And it's really sad to see these groups of people that have totally fallen for this Black Lives Matter, Antifa, this scam, which actually a lot of them are victims, but the most part, the smarter ones of the group, they're actually real socialist, communists. They want communism. It's a shame to see all the underlings just fall for it. It's terrible. We got to help some of these people that we can still be helped. A lot of them can't be by now. If a lot of them are still on the Democrat bandwagon, some of them can't be helped. I mean, they're on there forever. They're not going to change. They think Trump is this orange man bad when really he's saving the country and the world for the most part. Of course, we're waiting for all the big things to come down. We're waiting on these indictments to be unsealed, which are going to be huge. And I do believe one of them is going to be Bill Gates, maybe one of the first, maybe even Soros. They might get him first, because Q did say as well that the first arrest would unite the country, and that would lead to me to believe that it's going to be probably Soros. They're going to find him, and they're going to end up eventually locking him up pretty quick here. So Q knows it. Q team knows everything, and there's also been this discussion about whether Q has some kind of an AI to it, that sometimes they can predict what's being said on the internet. I think that they do check trending items. Of course, the NSA can track anything. So, and we all know Q is part of the NSA, and that the NSA does work for us now. They're not rogue any longer, and that was thanks to Admiral Rogers and the Q team. And now they're being used for the benefit of humanity, not against humanity. So we do know this, and they do. I'm sure they have ways of checking. What's trending. Is what we're talking about helping humanity? Are they talking about it? If it's being talked about, let's give them some more and some more to try and feed and guidance to the awakening. So yes, I believe they do use, they do search things that are trending, what's being talked about, to see how far along they're going with the awakening process of, all of us, and worldwide as well. I'm sure they're checking, just to see how their message is moving along with the people. So yeah, it's I believe that they are using, techniques to see what's going on and what's being talked about most, and feeding it, helping it along. That's the whole thing for Q, is helping us to move along in the awakening. They're giving us guidance. So of course they're going to see, okay, well, these people are really talking a lot more about this that we broke to them, or we discussed, or we made a drop about. Let's give it some more, so that they keep researching and researching. That's the whole thing about it, is Q wants us to research. And that's another reason why I named my channel Truth in Research Radio, because of course when I was young I did fiddle with, like pirate radio stuff with my friends, but also the Q movement wants us to research. So research, everybody researches, mostly everybody, but I wanted to kind of add a little twist to a name, a little different than other things on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm trying to spread truth, help people along as well, especially my people, the Hispanic community. If I pick up more Hispanic viewers, that's a plus, because I can help them move along and understand, because a lot of them do not understand. Now, I don't speak Spanish, but I was thinking about adding maybe one of my daughters to the show to translate later on, if my channel gets a little bit bigger. I'm very small right now. I don't have very many subscribers, but it'll change once I start getting my editing going and adding a little snap to my videos, which I've been trying to do. It's just every time this is what's been going on. Every time I tried to edit a video and then put it up, something will happen, like the sound is bad and they can't correct it in the editing software. So, or it won't let me upload it for some reason, or so now I have another new one. So I'm going to try this. This should be okay. I'm going to try to do some editing today and see if I can get this channel, a little bit more snap to it. So yeah, that's on the plan for after this video. I hope that I can get it edited up and put up. If not, I'll put it up, and we'll just keep going on. We'll just keep moving. But I am going to attempt to edit today and see what happens. I did have a pretty good one, but like I said, it wouldn't let me upload it. So yeah, and the sound, it was like I would play it back on my laptop, but then through the editor it was like all this static and everything. It's like, come on, so then I played with the filters. It still didn't do anything. But yeah, just little roadblocks getting in my way. I'm also in the process of probably moving to another home. So sometimes if I'm late doing videos, it's because I'm kind of packing up things and getting ready, so it's not such a huge monumental task when the time comes. So we have mostly everything packed up. Excuse me. But yeah. So another thing I wanted to speak of is the peaceful riots that are going on. That is, it's the Democrats' way of, when they don't get their way, they use violence. That's the Democrat way, and there's no other way they can survive without threatening. Now it's gotten to the point of pure desperosity. I mean, they're completely desperate. They have no other option. They have no more ammo. They have nothing against the president. They failed at everything. Nothing works, and they need to realize now that nothing is going to work. They need to stop. And if any of you Antifa or BLM people watch this video, think of what you're doing. You're not helping the situation. You need to think logically about what is happening. Why all the hate towards our president? Why? Because he's trying to save you. He's trying to pull you out of this controlled matrix that has been on all of us for hundreds of years with this cabal. The cabal has spent so much time trying to keep us under their thumb. Probably most of the things we were taught in school, at least half of them are twisted. At least half of it. Some of the history I know for sure is twisted to fit their narrative, so that you have the illusion of being okay, but you're really not. Like you have the illusion that you're in a free America, but you're really not. But now that's all being returned, and they're freaking out. They're about to their party's over. Biden has so much stuff coming out on him, he cannot possibly win. And the question is, what are they going to try to pull? Who are they going to try to slide in there? That's a big question, because we know that Michelle Obama has denied ever wanting to be in there. So whether they still try to push her in there as a vice, maybe, it's up in the air. I know they need to find somebody, and I'm kind of thinking that's their only hope, is if they slide a Michelle as a VP, or even at the convention last minute switch it to where Michelle is the top, wins, the delegate count or something like that. So we'll just keep an eye on that. And I know for sure, folks, that something big's coming down the pipe here. We were told Durham, his investigation should be over around now. They said late spring, early summer, so we can expect something out of that. Maybe not the entire investigation may not be over, but parts of it, to where they can make moves and start bringing some people into justice. That's the only way that these people are going to stop. They're not going to stop if you're just sitting here letting them carry on, do whatever they want, leading them to believe there's no charges coming, like Barr did. Oh no, none of the presidents or the candidates for president are being investigated. No. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that was a good move, but then again, it could just be to throw them off, which, most people know. It's moves and counter moves, just like Q says. Yeah, so I think big things are coming, and all you rioters out there, if you do come across my video, just think about what you're doing. You're not helping. You're saying that you're for Black Lives Matter, yet you're destroying black businesses. It's all over the internet. You guys need to think about what you're doing. Think about who's really trying to help you. Are the Democrats helping you by sending you out there to possibly get arrested or killed? Are they helping you? Is that doing any good for you? I don't think so. You're going to end up in jail, and what did they end up helping you do? Get locked up? It's a simple decision that you guys really need to think about. And yeah, just think about what you're doing. Even check out Q. The Q is not violent. It never has been. And you notice they constantly attack the channel. Why? Why do they always attack 8kun? Constantly, every day. DDoS attacks, all that stuff. because they do not want the message out. They do everything they can, but everything they do fails. And it's kind of actually funny to see it sometimes, because they just they can't get anything right. They constantly fail. So we really need to think and think logically. And if any of you happen to come across my video, I'm here in peace. I'm Hispanic. I'm here to help my people, as well as any, my Mexican family, friends. It doesn't matter, black, white, Oriental, Indian, whatever. You're all welcome here, and I'm here to be a voice for not only the Mexican movement, but everyone who can't speak for themselves and want to speak out. And I'm joining in with all the rest of the YouTubers to, get the message out, help others to get the message out. And also I wanted to see if anybody wants to lend a hand with some editing. I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not a real editing guru. I'm good with computers, but the editing part, I'm not so good. But if you just leave a comment, I'll send you an email, and maybe we can, just give a little help. And then when if donations come in, we can, I can help, maybe pay you with that, or, whatever we can work out. But yeah, so I'm going to work on it myself. I'm going to try and see if I can get this going. I've had to switch so many editors, so I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm good with computers, so I'm sure I can figure it out. But anybody who, has a little experience, wants to help out, maybe send an email. I can send you an email to, whenever you leave a comment, or if you want to help. I appreciate it. So, okay, now, we want to keep the peace among us. We don't want any arguments in the Q community. And I've noticed that there has been some, on Twitter, here and there, kind of like, I think this is right or that's right. Everything has a possibility of being correct in the Q movement, because research, it takes on many different directions. You can go one way with one thing, and then all of a sudden you discover, wait a minute, what if it goes this way? It's like Q has a lot of riddles in it. It's like double meanings, triple meanings, deltas, things like that. So a lot of the stuff that I've seen, like it's all can be correct. We will all know at some point what's right and what's wrong. Q guides us, and it's all about the research, and the main thing behind it is they want you to research, because you find things that you didn't know before, and you are awakening to the tricks that they've played on you. So either way, Q wins, because you're looking into it. And that's the whole idea of it, is Q gets you to think for yourself, research for yourself, and in that process we all awaken. So I love looking into the stuff. I don't have a Twitter. I try, I'm thinking, once everything gets reset, sort of with the with all the social media censoring, and that gets all cleaned up, I may try to go to them and apologize for my past and see if I can get a Twitter back up. But I know right now I won't get it, because just the anger that I had built up in me about the climate engineering kind of got the better of me, and I really let some people have it on Twitter, which, eventually got me booted out. So yeah, I'm going to try to get back in there, but I do follow it. I always go on Twitter and look at all the posts, so it's not like I'm not there. I'm there, but I'm not there, so yeah, so I'll post a new email in the description center, because I think I'm going to, instead of using my Google Mail, I may use a Proton or a Safe Mail address, just, for privacy purposes. Um, so I appreciate all of you guys watching, and just stay calm. I've kind of lost my patience, I've lost my patience many times, just going, what is going on? Why is nothing happening? This is getting ridiculous. And sometimes it does get ridiculous, and you're wondering to yourself, why are they allowed to continue? But there has to be a plan. So I catch myself and I kind of walk it back and I calm down a little bit and I say, hey, if something's coming, it's just, we got to take time. Durham's working on it. So, yeah, we'll just be patient. And all of you rioters and Antifa and BLM, just think about what you're doing. Watch the videos of your fellow people and see what they're saying. They're coming out trying to help you guys. They're trying to get you guys to stand down, because what you're doing is you're only making life worse on yourself. You're not helping anybody. The only thing that's going to happen is the Democrats are going to end up putting you in prison for being enemy combatants. And that's exactly what you guys are labeled as, enemy combatants. And what do you think's going to happen? Do you think you're going to be able to take over the marshals and the police and all the government agencies that are out to protect us? You're not going to do it. There's no way. You need to think about what you're doing. Either you're going to get shot and killed, and then they're going to cause more riots, and then it's going to be an evil cycle, and it's going to be full of all of you guys are just going to fill up the prisons. Think about it. Slow it down. See what you're doing. Listen to your fellow citizens that are coming out and talking to you and trying to educate you on what's happening with the Democrat Party. They're not your friend. The Democrat Party never was your friend. They use you. You're a useful idiot to them. So just please think about what you're doing, and that's my message to Antifa and BLM is, I'm not here against you. I'm here to help you. And if you guys need to think about, how your future is going to end up, where you're going to prosper or be in prison, for me, that would be an easy choice. So just think about what you're doing and stop the violence, stop the burning. It's not the business's fault. It's not someone's car's fault. It's not Wendy's fault that you feel oppressed. You need to think about that it's a minority of police. It's a minority of police that are actually racist. Most of them are really good people. And like anyone, they get stressed out too. Not excusing they need to learn how to control that stress. That's what the main thing is. And most of the bad police, they get found out eventually. Just like, unfortunately sometimes it has to involve a death, but for the most part, they're all good people, So you need to really think about this defunding the police, because that just results in someone stronger than you, out-arming you, will be able to steal your things, walk in your house, go into your business, steal your car. You're not thinking things through. And we don't want that, because then the federal marshals get involved and you all end up in prison. So that's my message. Get out of it, repent, go to Jesus, and start to follow Q and save yourself. That's my message to you guys. So anyways, alright guys, more to come. I'm hoping that I'll get some more frequent videos up as I'm finishing up around here, trying to get things ready to go. I work, so sometimes it's hard for me to fit it all in, but I do manage to fit it in at least one day a week, which I want to go up to 3 days a week. I'm trying. I don't know how much longer I'll be working, because I'm on the verge of disability myself. So I've been in my field for many, many years, and it's catching up with me finally. I'm having having to go through a lot of procedures and things like that right now. Like today, I got to go in and have a procedure on my neck. So things will get moving, get better. I'm hoping to add a little bit of pizzazz to my videos. So I'll see if I can edit something up and after this, and if I do, I hope you guys like it. I'm really gonna put a good effort into this one and really look, because I think this editor is really good. So it's had a lot of good reviews, so I'm gonna give it a shot. So alright guys, I will be coming out with more videos soon. God bless everyone, and to the BLM people, just calm down. Calm down. Think about what you're doing. It's no good is going to end up out of this. Nothing good is going to end up out of it. Antifa, nothing's good going to end up for you guys. I know most of you are already communists, and that's okay, because you guys will be dealt with. And if you don't repent, nobody can blame anybody, but you will end up blaming yourselves. So that's all I can say for it. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. It's Monday, June 15th. Early morning hours, and I'll be seeing if I can edit this up. And you guys have a blessed week, and I will be popping up in Patriot News this week. I try to get in every day, but always something I gotta, it's just chaos in my situation right now. It's not a big hurry, but it's just I have so much things I gotta pack up, and it's just been real busy. So excuse me for not having a lot of content. There will be more content coming in the future, more frequently, and please like and subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel. Please have them come check me out if they want to sub. That would be great. I'd appreciate it. So I want to try and build this up. At least get 500 or maybe even 1,000 subscribers. I know right now it's kind of slow because I'm not relatively known. But I'm hoping when my editing starts popping, then we'll start to pick up some people, and then later I can have some guests, or I can maybe even join up with Patriot News. I'm in the process of that right now. It's just things are a little chaotic, so I'll be getting there. Yeah, you guys follow Tron. R Dr. D, go to their channels. They have a lot of good info, especially R Dr. D. It's got a really good channel. Patriot News, really good. Space Shot, Red Pill 78. They're all good. They're all really good people, and I don't mind sharing. I don't mind pointing out other channels. I'm not selfish. I'm not in this for money. I'm not in it to get rich. In fact, it'll probably just get me censored for the most part. So I will create a backup channel eventually once I get more subscribers, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I don't care if I even have one subscriber. At least I'm helping somebody. That's all that matters to me. And you guys have a wonderful week. All right, I'll be back as soon as possible with more content, and I'll start sharing web pages and things like that once I get this editing thing going, and then hopefully you will all grow with me. So let's all grow together. Let's keep fighting the good fight in a peaceful way, awakening people that need help, and just help your neighbors. Don't think of self all the time. Think of others. You wanna, like on the streets, someone thinks it's so important to pass you, let them. It's not a big deal. Don't get, angry. It's just they have an issue with selfishness. When you see people trying to cut in front of you or be first or, different things, just let them and say, hey, is that really important to you? Start conversations, friendly. Have you heard of Q? Or have you looked at, just little things that we can do to help others. To get out of this self-righteousness thing, because it's still all over the place. I see it, and it's kind of sad to watch. And I always want to stop and talk to them and help them, but yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work that way when someone's hanging out of that car. F you, and yeah. So we got to really help. We have a long ways to go in the awakening. So just help your friends, help your neighbors, and help your friends help your neighbors. Teach them how to go out and awaken their friends and other people, acquaintances. Pass the word on. Every little bit helps. So you guys have a wonderful week. I'll be back soon, and God bless.